What's up? Mando Fresko here. Welcome to Mando and Friends, presented by Verizon. I'm here with my brother that I've known forever. I started my radio career, dapped through the plexiglass. Please make some noise for DJ Sourmilk. Ugh.
Are you telling the people watching?
The people watching and the people hearing on the podcast, I want them to clap.
All right. Well, let's let them finish clapping.
All right. I think they're done.
They're done?
Yeah.
That was a terrible applause.
What's up, man?
Wait, so they're going to be watching this on video or just listening or both?
Both.
So if you're watching this, I slept wrong last night. Okay. So, I don't know, just...
So what, like it's messing with your neck? Or?
Yeah. Think of it, this is what I picture. If SpongeBob is in front of you, right?
Okay.
But he's facing away from you. So he's walking away from you. And you call SpongeBob.
Right.
For him to make eye contact with you, his whole body has to move.
You feel like SpongeBob right now.
Yeah, so I feel like SpongeBob right now.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
You know what? The question that I always get when it comes to you is, man, like, why did he call himself DJ Sourmilk? So I know both stories, unless you have more than that. But
no, it's two.
Okay, so can we get the one you tell everybody and then the real story?
Well, wait, what are the two stories you know?
So the one where it's like past due?
Yeah.
And then how your teacher was.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, those are the two stories. So yeah, so when I was in 10th grade, I remember it like it was yesterday. Which camera am I looking at? This one? All
That's
right.
you, yeah.
Am I supposed to be making eye contact with the camera or with you?
With me, man.
Oh, all right. So
just don't make weird eye contact. Just kind of
but look at me.
Make it casual, bro.
No, I want you to look at me when I talk to you.
That's weird. You're making it weird now.
So I remember Miss Hamill. That was my teacher's name. Science class, 10th grade. Well, what's 10th grade? Like biology, maybe?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
That sounds about right.
All right. So I used to be into graffiti. So whatever the teacher was talking about, I would like take words that she would say and I would just write it over and over. Just the whole day. And I don't know why she was talking about sour milk. And I just heard that and I was just like writing it, just practicing my letters. And I was like, dang, that sounds kind of tight. Like, that's kind of cool. And then, then I was like, well, if this is going to be my DJ name, it has to mean something. So sour milk, it's past due. I was like, me as a DJ, I'm past due. I was like, it makes sense. So it's basically a metaphor for being past due. And it's pretty stupid. But I tell people all the time, you won't forget it.
Yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So when people ask me, I tell them, because he says he's past due.
Yeah.
They still don't get it.
Yeah, that's because they're stupid.
But like past due because you
due because at the time I was DJing in my bedroom and I felt like I was better than a lot of guys on the radio, right. Guys like. I felt I was more of a complete package. If that makes me cocky with a big head, yeah, okay, fine, I'll be cocky. I really felt that, I felt like I was a complete package.
Confident.
Huh?
You're confident.
Yeah, confident, whatever, cocky, confident, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But yeah, I felt like I was better than a lot of guys who were getting looks, even though I was 15 at the time. I still felt that.
But now I don't. Do you still say that? Do you still say, "Oh, because I'm past due"? Because at this point, you're not. You're getting the praises you deserve.
No, I still feel like I'm not getting enough praises, but
okay, I like it. You gotta aim high.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Now I've known you for a very long time. I think I was a teenager when we first met. You were about the same age, and I've gotten to know you, your family. when you started DJing, was that because, as Latinos, we have a lot of parties, a lot of backyard get-togethers? Did you start DJing at family gatherings, or how did that come about?
No, actually, my brother had some DJ friends, and so my parents, they would always let friends over. We could be loud, we could do what we wanted, and they didn't really trip as long as it wasn't late. Like if it's during the day, we could pretty much do whatever. They'd rather us be in the house than be outside doing whatever. So my brother had a few DJ friends that would bring their turntables over, and I was the younger brother, so I wasn't allowed in the room. So I would just have to listen from outside the door. I would just like put my ear to the door and just listen. And so then I started making mixtapes using cassette decks. Like I didn't have turntables, wow. I didn't have CDJs, I didn't have nothing. So I would just I hooked up the TV to the stereo. I hooked up a CD player to the stereo, like the VCR, just everything. And I would just play snippets of stuff, like movie clips mixed with, I don't know, like my favorite songs, just like
wow,
stuff like that. And it was on cassette decks. And my brother, I don't know, he just thought it was stupid. He was like, yo, we got to get him some turntables. and yeah, he convinced my parents. He convinced my parents to get me my first pair of turntables on my birthday.
Wow.
And yeah.
Was that your goal though? Like for you to do that, you wanted turntables?
I wasn't even, I don't know, I guess that thought hadn't even crossed my mind because I didn't know about DJing like that. Like I just knew, like I said, my brother's friends would bring their stuff over. And that was it. I didn't know any DJs at the time. Like I didn't look up to any DJs. I didn't want to be a DJ. I didn't want to be on the radio. None of that. I don't know, just something I took interest in. And then when I got the actual turntables, that's when I was like, oh, this is kind of dope, And yeah, now we're here.
It reminds me of when I was a kid, but I was doing it with a purpose. So yeah. I wanted a Nintendo, and my parents weren't buying me a Nintendo. So what I did was I got a little, I think it was it was the Yellow Pages phone book, mm-hmm. right? And I taped a string to a remote, the TV remote, and then I was pretending to play a video game. Play like Mario Brothers or whatever, and I would be watching TV and I would be like, oh. So eventually, my parents felt so bad for me that I got my Nintendo.
Nah, see, it
wasn't like that.
Nothing, no, not at all. I didn't do it with the intention of making them feel bad for me. We should buy him some turntables. I just did it because I was, and it wasn't just me. All my best friends at the time. Who I'm still really good friends with today, they would do the same thing. They would just make tapes at their house and we would kind of trade tapes and be like, yo, who has the best one? And then, it just got addicting. Once I got my turntables, man, it's just I never wanted to leave my bedroom. So yeah, that was it. Bedroom DJ.
What was your first DJ name?
Sour Milk.
Oh, that was your first DJ?
Yeah. I didn't I didn't have a DJ name for a while, and then once I was finally oh, maybe I should, come up with a DJ name. It was Sour Milk.
So you were at Sour Milk at what age?
15.
15 years old. You talked about bedroom DJs.
Yep.
So it's crazy how it's come full circle for you because during the pandemic, DJs have become bedroom DJs streaming from their home.
Yep.
How has that been? How's the pandemic changed? The path of your career this year?
It's changed everything, man. It's made it so. For anybody out there who's wanted to DJ and has been putting it off, now is the time because it's a level playing field. It doesn't matter who you like. No DJ is bigger than the next right now. You know, we all have the same platform. We all have the same. You know, like it's crazy, man. It has its negatives and its positives. Like obviously, I'm losing out, as I'm sure most DJs are losing out on a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm losing a lot of money this year, but you know, I guess the positives is expanding your platform and just you know, I mean, I did my first DJ set on Instagram Live, and then from there I went over to Twitch, and I've been on Twitch since. So, you know, I mean, it's dope to. It's a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Which makes it cool. You know, you actually spend a lot of time with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that pay money to come watch you DJ, and they don't have to. You know, they do that because they believe what you do. You know, they support you, and so yeah, you know, it's all, like I said, all that stuff is cool, but obviously, you know, money. I can't speak for everybody because I know there's DJs that make great money doing it. So, you know,
it's just different, right? Like,
yeah, it's way different. It's way, and that's another thing is you're not able in the club. You see an immediate reaction. You know what I'm saying? If I play the biggest record in the world, you see the reaction. Like on Twitch, if people aren't in the chat, like even if you have a decent amount of viewers, if the chat isn't moving, it's just like, oh my God, like it's just like what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you just like, do I say something? Like, should I take my shirt off? Like, you know what I'm saying? Should I put a sombrero on? Like what do I got to do? So it takes some adjusting, but yeah, it's fun though. You know, and I think another positive is that it's giving DJs the opportunity to showcase themselves. Yeah. You know, a lot of times when we play clubs and, you know, private events, you don't really get to do you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're playing to please, you know, the crowd, obviously, management, you know, club owners, big spenders, and with Twitch, at least for me, I can't, you know, again, this is just speaking for me. I play for myself. Yeah. Like I appreciate the viewers, but you know, I'm playing for myself first. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I play what I want to hear. If you enjoy it, even better. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know what it is, if you've never heard it before, even better. I'm introducing you to new music. But you know, that's I think that's another cool thing. So
would you say that technology during the pandemic has been a big part that has kept you moving, the career moving, your creativity moving, sanity moving forward? Would you say it had a lot to do with that?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. This is, I think, you know, thank God, I got a job, a radio job. So I'm still able to showcase, you know, what I do there. Yeah. But I feel like Twitch is, again, it's a completely different audience. So I feel like if you DJ for a living and you're not doing something like some type of streaming, mixtapes, something, is like, just quit. Just quit now. Like when the pandemic's over, just don't even go back to DJing, because how are you staying relevant? You know what I'm saying? Like this is what's keeping people relevant. Like you have to be doing something right now, some sort of streaming, some sort of, you know, recording, like do something. So yeah, I mean, this has definitely kept, I think, everybody who's doing it relevant and kept them afloat somehow.
When we say Verizon te da más, we mean it.
La red más premiada ahora incluye Disney Plus, Hulu e ESPN Plus.
Todos pueden tener lo que quieren sin pagar de más.
Y todo desde $35 por línea. The network more people rely on te da más. Cámbiate a Verizon.
One of the biggest examples of tech just playing a beautiful part in our world, and especially during the pandemic, is when 24-hour sour was born. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. That goes back to, I guess, just trying to stay relevant. So I was late to the streaming game. Can you mute out that burp? Or
I don't think we can.
No, all right. Just wonder. It's okay if not.
It's good though. People feel
shows
more
personality.
connected. Yeah,
Yes,
it's a bonding experience.
Yeah. So I felt like I was late to the streaming game, and a lot of that has to do with like ego. I didn't want to get my ego hurt. Like I was like, damn, dude, what if I go, on Instagram Live to DJ and just like 5 people there, like what am I gonna do? So I didn't want to do it. And then, I just kept procrastinating, and I just kept putting it off. And then it was like too late. I was like, dude, I have to do something. Like, I don't have a choice. Like, if I want to continue to be a DJ, like, I need to do something. But then I was like, but I can't do a regular stream at this point because I'm so late in the game. It's like, nobody's gonna care. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already have their favorite DJs that they watch. Like, why would they want to come watch me? So I was like, well, I'll do like a 24-hour stream, and hopefully that like gets enough attention to where people will be like, oh, this guy's pretty good, or I like his selection, whatever. So I did a stream for 24 hours straight where I DJ'd. I did a 24-hour DJ set. And the thing that sucked about that though was the weekend that I did it was like the weekend that everybody made the switch over to Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, dude, I like built this up on Instagram and now I got to go start from scratch again at a new platform.
Do a 48-hour.
No.
Stream.
Yeah, but yeah, really, like I said, the whole reason for doing that was just because I felt like I was late to the party and I needed to do something to stand out, to like get people's attention.
I remember, I think it was the 23rd hour or the 24th hour. The last hour was nuts. Like you had, I don't know, like
it was. I had like a few thousand people in there.
A couple thousand people. Just all cheering for you.
Yeah, and I couldn't even see straight at that point. Like I was so tired, man. Like everything was blurry, and then the chat was moving too fast for me, so I couldn't see anything.
It felt like you were cheering someone on, like who's ran like a crazy triathlon, and you're like, come on, man, you can do it. You're all like, but you know what? You never seemed tired. You sat down with like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, I sat down a couple times, but not for long. Like I would sit for a little bit, for like a few minutes, and then stand back up. I think I did that maybe like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, because I felt like that was gonna make me more tired too.
Yeah.
Like if I sat, I don't know why. I was like, it's gonna make me sleep. I might fall asleep. So I was tired, but excited at the same time. And then the crazy thing is, like, even when I finished, I couldn't sleep. Like I didn't fall asleep until like 6 a.m. the next day or something like that, 5 or 6 a.m. Like,
which was how many hours after?
Dude, I mean, I don't know, but I had woke. So I had been awake for like 48 hours because I woke up.
Man.
So I did it. I think I did it on the 23rd. I think that was the date, the 23rd, August 23rd, maybe, or I don't remember. It was, but let's say it was a Friday, or let's say it was a Saturday. I mean, so I woke up Saturday morning, like normal. I don't know, like 10 a.m. or something. And then I'm up the whole day. And then I started at 10 at night. So then I was up for 24 hours until 10 p.m. the next night.
Damn.
I finished.
That's
and then I
crazy.
stayed up until like 6 a.m. the next day. So it was like 40 hours or something, 40 hours straight. That I was
Would
just
you
like,
do it again? Like, do you see yourself doing it again?
I thought about it, but too many people have done it now. Like since I did it, I feel like I've seen so many people do 24-hour DJ sets to where I'm just like, it's not.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember seeing anyone doing a 24-hour set before you. Like, at least streaming wise.
Yeah. I mean, I had never seen it streaming wise either. Like, I'm sure, again, for any DJs that have done 24-hour sets before me, sorry, respect. But I'm saying, like, I
that you know of.
Yeah, like nobody that I knew of. So, but like I said, I feel like now, like I see it so much. Like, 24-hour DJ set for this, for that, for my birthday, for this, for that. And I'm just like, okay. Like I got to think of something else now. I can't just do a 24-hour DJ set.
Yeah.
It's not special anymore. So.
You and I have, like I said, we've sort of grown up together in the radio media industry game. I've had the chance to meet your fam and see your kids grow up. I've seen your stories where you have Dritty. You have your little ones DJing, like they got that itch to scratch and DJ. Would you push them towards DJing? Would you be for it, against it, if they wanted to do it?
If they wanted to do it, yeah, but I don't have the patience to like teach. You know what I'm saying? Like I even hit up Mr. Chalk. Shout out to Mr. Chalk. Yeah, I hit Chalk up. This is pre-pandemic, and asked him like what they would charge me because they have the Beat Junkie school.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like, what's the age limit? Because I want to bring Madrid in because I was like, I can't do it. Like I just like I can't teach him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll pay to take him to a school.
Yeah.
But I don't. I just I don't know. I don't have the patience. I don't think to sit and like teach somebody to DJ. I don't know. It's just not like I could teach other things, I feel like, but DJing is like, you just have to know your counts. You have to know how to count music. It's just a lot to it. And I don't think
have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried, but I'm just I don't even want to try. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'll teach him how to do other, like, you want to learn how to, like, I don't know, play this video game. Like, I'll show you how to play this video game. Do this, do that, but I don't know. There's like so much. And not only that, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to, I don't know, like explain things the right way. Like they, the Beat Junkies, they're like the pinnacle of DJing. So I feel like there's no better way to learn how to DJ than learning from them. So yeah. I would much rather him learn from them than learn from me. I don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, if they want to learn, like, cool. But yeah, anyway, at the time, Chalk was like, oh, he might be too young, He's like, he might be too young right now. I forgot what age he said. I think it was like 8 maybe. He's like, yeah, we usually like to wait till they're a little older because it's hard for them to kind of like understand what to do.
But Madrid, your oldest, he what do you say? He's the one that
yeah, he was the one that he's like always trying to mess with them. Now he's like into video games, so I don't think he cares as much. But this is like before he got his Switch. He was like, he would always try to touch him. I was like, I don't know, man. Yeah,
shout out to Mr. Chalk, man. When I first, even before I started in radio as a listener, I would listen to Chalk, and he's definitely a radio / DJ legend.
Yeah.
When we got on the radio, we were almost around pretty much like the same, maybe like within the same couple of weeks, we both hopped on. Walk me through your first day
Oh,
Your first
day.
time on the radio.
Oh, on the radio?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was nervous as hell, dude. I remember I was like, my hands were shaking. I remember, like, you know, I was like, dude, I'm not even gonna be able to like scratch. I'm not gonna be able to do anything, you know. I don't know why I remember this song, but I remember playing "Blow the Whistle," and I think by Too Short, and I think that was the first song that I actually scratched. You know, it wasn't the first song I played, but that was the first song that I was cutting to. I remember everything. Like, I remember I was wearing a black shirt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that the shirt?
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, actually, this exact shirt right here.
Wow.
It's the same shirt. I'm wearing the same underwear too.
Wow. I didn't ask that, but
Yeah. Black underwear. And yeah, I remember Disco Drew was there. I don't know why I remember that. But yeah, and I was on with you.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was just nervous. I was nervous as hell, like super nervous. I don't know if I said that at the time. I was probably trying to play it cool. I don't know. But yeah, it was fun. You know.
What has been your favorite memory? Maybe even like the favorite guests that you've met while being since being on the radio.
Huh. I feel like there's too many. I
What's one of your favorite memories?
One story that I always tell people that I think is like crazy. It's still mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
Is I wasn't there that day. I forget. I was out of town for whatever reason. I don't even remember. I think those are the ones that are like the dopest to me, is when I'm not there and then people will tell me like, oh, such and such asked about you, you know? That's when I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the one that really stands out was the Beastie Boys had come in for a mixer meeting and I wasn't there. I've never met the Beastie Boys in my life, ever. Never, still to this day, I've never met them.
Wow.
And they walked into the meeting and asked about me. They said, "Where's DJ Sourmilk?" And I was like for real? Like I don't even remember who texted me. Like, yo, you know, I think it was Mike D. Or, you know, just he just like asked about you. They said, "Where's Sourmilk at?" I was like, "What? Like for real?" Like I don't know so stuff
That's
like
crazy.
that to me is like. Obviously, you know, getting to meet people and interviewing people, you know, who I'm fans of and have looked up to is dope. But to have people ask about you when you're not there, I don't know, to me just says so much more. So
Yeah, especially like legends,
Yeah,
such
exactly.
as the Beastie Boys.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. So stuff like that is crazy to me. Like that's the one that always, that's like the first one that I think of always. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, dude, that's crazy. Like the Beastie Boys. You know what I'm saying? The Beastie Boys.
When we say Verizon te da más, we mean it.
La red más premiada ahora incluye Disney Plus, Hulu e ESPN Plus.
Todos pueden tener lo que quieren sin pagar de más.
Y todo desde $35 por línea. The network more people rely on te da más. Cámbiate a Verizon.
I think it's a combination of you being just great at what you do and a combination between that and your name just being so unforgettable.
That's what, again,
Memorable.
Yeah, there's been times where I actually spoke to my agent about it. And I told him like, yo, I'm going to change my DJ name.
Wow.
And he was the one that convinced me not to. He's like, no, you can't. You don't do it, you know, because you know, there was like a point in my DJ career where I was getting like, you know, people would pass up on me, you know, like, cause it's not an attractive name, you know what I'm saying? Sour milk. Like it's not something like, I you know, I always use, you know, Justin as an example. Like his name is like so marketable. You know what I'm saying? Just incredible. It's like it's like perfect. It fits. It's just everything, I guess, that you would want in a name. It's clean. It's friendly, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it. But then you look at my name, Sour Milk. It's like what? Like why would I want to put that on a flyer? Like why would I want to put sour milk on? Like why would I want to put sour milk on a billboard? You know what I'm saying? Like not saying this happened with Coca-Cola, but let's just say like Coca-Cola is probably like, why would we want sour milk to endorse Coca-Cola? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was getting, even like Vegas gigs, like, he'd be like, yo, Vegas passed, they don't really like the name, I'd be like, damn.
That's
dude,
that's happened?
Yeah, no, that's happened. That's happened in LA.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, no, that's happened here in LA, where people are like, we don't want to put the name Sour Milk on our marquee, And I'm like,
so
right.
what was your backup DJ name?
So I had a few of them. I was gonna just do Milk. No DJ, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just Milk. And then I was like, maybe Music by Milk. Like I was just like, because I wanted to kind of keep it similar, to where people could still be like, oh, that's him. You know, I don't want to change it completely, but yeah, like I said, he was like, no, he convinced me not to. He was like, nah. He's like, don't do it. And
man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So now I feel like I definitely can't do it. It's like way too late now.
Yeah.
Like this was years ago when I was. This was probably like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, he convinced me not to, and kept it.
That was possibly the smartest move you've ever done.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's the thing, because he uses himself as an example. His agency is Scam Artist. He was like, bro, he's like, you don't think when I started Scam Artists, people weren't like hesitant to do business with a company called Scam Artist? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, but he's like, you just gotta like let your work speak for itself. You know? And I was like, all right. And then sure enough, it took a year or two, and I would say like each year has gotten better since then. You know what I'm saying? Like last year was the best year of my life. The year before that was the best. You know what I'm saying? Like it just kept getting better financially. Yeah. So yeah, it worked out. But obviously took a lot of steps back this year with the pandemic. But
you're healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You got to be grateful, Yeah. That's what people always say, right? We're like, man, all this is going wrong and this, and my car blew up, but you're healthy. I'm like, man.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'd give a little bit of my health to make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I'll like, give me something, bro. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that's not too crazy, but I'll get sick for a better year financially. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, take one of my fingers. I'm all right.
Wow. You got another 4.
Yeah. I don't really scratch with, you know what I'm saying? I use this hand for the crossfader. So just take one of my fingers off of this hand.
Figure it out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We'll figure it out. Is that what you said?
No, I said we'll figure it out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no.
All right. Yeah. It's getting weird.
Let's get a little serious on with this note, man. I know you've made a lot of relationships being in the music industry. One of the relationships that I know you were really tight with is Nipsey Hussle. Nip, from my experience with him, he was a super humble, hardworking dude. Yeah. Tell us about that relationship.
That started, man, I don't even remember it, because that's one of those things where it's just like, it's just natural. You just meet, and it's just like, He was always a cool dude. But I remember we really like, where we really got to build with each other was we toured Japan together. I think we did like, I don't remember. We probably did like, all the major cities in Japan. We did obviously Tokyo. We did like Nagoya. We did Osaka. We did all those, and this was probably like 2010, 2011, maybe somewhere around there. And yeah, dude, it was just, it wasn't like a big group of people. It was me, Nip, Fats, Black Sam, and a cameraman. That was it.
Wow.
And it was 5 of us, and like we literally spent the whole trip together, all 5 of us. You know what I'm saying? We would wake up every morning together. We would go eat breakfast. We'd go do sound check. We would hang out, literally everything. Go hit stores, shoot music videos, like, and then when we came back, it was just always like, we just always remained like super cool. And I remember he had actually asked me if I wanted to DJ like full time for him, but at the time it's like, bro, I was like struggling for money, at the time. So it's like I couldn't dedicate, because he wasn't as well off yet at the time either. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dude, like I got to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, if I'm available and you need me, like, of course I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I also, I had to pursue my own things as well. Yeah. And obviously he understood. And yeah, man, we were just always like super tight from then on, and we kind of we grew together. His status got bigger, as not only a rapper but an entrepreneur and businessman, and and same with me. I took steps up, at the radio station. You know what I'm saying? And and it's crazy. Like the last time he was at the radio station, he actually said that, like, he's like, dude, it's like crazy to see like how far we've come. He's like you've grown here just the same way I've grown, like, as an artist and that stuff. So yeah, man, like I said, we went back 10 years. Just, and it wasn't, he never expected nothing from me, man. That was like what I always appreciated the most about him, is that he never held nothing against me, never expected nothing. He would always, obviously like ask for my input on music and, singles and blah, blah, blah. But he never like pressed me to or like try to make me feel bad or nothing like that. It was always cool. So,
yeah. I think this term sometimes is said very loosely, but when it comes to Nipsey, he was, if I had to just narrow it down to like 2 words or a few words, it would just be, that he was a real dude. Like, he was a real dude. Like, he wasn't like, I'm an artist, no. I'm gonna walk in with all my team and address my manager. No, like he was like a regular dude. Yeah, that's the way he talked to everybody.
Yeah, no, and trust me, I've been around him enough, and I've seen him in every situation, and he never, like, he was always super respectful, but stern. Like, I don't know, like, he meant business, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It's hard to describe, man. But he people always say like treat others the way you want to be treated, and that's exactly, he treated everybody with respect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's great. Even like his last visit to the station, up until then, like he didn't roll around with 100 people. It was literally him, Lauren, and I think like one or two other people that came with him that night. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just that's just the type of dude he was, man.
Now you could tell he had a lot of respect and love for you.
Yeah, no, that's man. Like I said, we go back a long time, and I think like I said, like with him not ever expecting anything out of me, it was the same with me. Like I never asked, like obviously I would ask, oh, yo, we're working on this record. Like, let me play it for you. See if you want to lay a verse to it or whatever. Yeah, of course. But if it was something that he wasn't feeling, like, nah, I didn't take no offense to it. Like, it's all good. It's not, if you don't feel like this one's for you, we'll get it on the next one, And I never held nothing against him, vice versa. So
yeah, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey. A great man and leader.
Yeah.
Dom Kennedy, who I know was really good friends with Nipsey as well. He's another, one of those real dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. With Dom, it's funny. It's a funny story. I remember the first time we met, I think he thought I was like, he's super like business savvy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the first time we met, I think he thought I was trying to take advantage of him, like financially, like, oh, sign to me, And he asked me straight up, he's like, what do you want? Like what? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Cause so I had heard like a record of his on this blog back in the day, Nike Talk. It was like a sneaker forum, blog. And I didn't know who he was, but I heard it and I was like, damn, this dude's dope, And I had never heard anything else from him. And then one day my boy, Levi, Maestro, he's like, oh, yo, let me show you this video that I just shot. He's like, it might've been his first video that he ever shot. He's like, let me show you this video that I just shot. I was like, all right. And he plays it and it's a Dom video. And I'm like, yo, you know this dude? He's like, yeah, it's my boy, I was like, yo, I've been trying to like get in contact with him, like I just want to meet him. I was already at the station at the time. But I was like, I just want to meet him. I just like his stuff, He's like, oh, okay. Like, he's like, yeah, I'll set something up, for next week or whatever. And we went, there's a little Mexican food spot. I think it's off of Santa Monica. I think it's called Teres Mexican food. And he was like, oh, hey, just meet us here. And yeah, we went, sat down and ate. And like I said, like, I think once he saw that I wasn't trying to like get over on him. Yeah. It was all good from then on. Like, and that's my bro. Like, to this day, like still, you know what I'm saying?
He's at your kids' birthday parties.
Yeah. Baby showers, birthday parties. Like he pulls up like that. That's
right. He did go to one of your baby showers.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He falls through, man. And that's my brother, man. Like I love that dude so much, man. And he's just always been solid, man. Like I said, and from the first meeting, like just his approach and how his mind was working, I already know. I was like, okay, like I like this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't too thirsty. Like, not that I was a big deal. Like I was still low on the totem pole at power, but I was already on the air at that time. So especially back then, like this is before, digital providers are where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a big deal for a radio DJ to be like, oh, I like this dude, and especially for someone like him who was 100% independent, didn't have anything out really, and that didn't faze him. Like he didn't care. He was just like, nah, like I just want to make sure you're not trying to get over on me, I was like, nah. I was like, I just wanted to meet you. Like, let's build, like, let's do a mixtape together, something, and yeah, man. And we ended up doing Best After Bobby 1 and 2. And we just been friends ever since, man. That's my guy.
When we say Verizon te da más, we mean it.
La red más premiada ahora incluye Disney Plus, Hulu e ESPN Plus.
Todos pueden tener lo que quieren sin pagar de más.
Y todo desde $35 por línea. The network more people rely on te da más. Cámbiate a Verizon.
Talking about coming up, kind of starting your journey, and you touched about you touched on when you were DJing with Nipsey, you were struggling, trying to get yours, trying to get money. I want to talk about just growing up in a Latino household. In my experience, it was difficult for my parents to really understand what it is that I wanted to do. And when I told them I wanted to be on the radio or be on TV, they're like, ¿Qué es eso? No, estás loco.
Yeah.
Like go work, anywhere else. Like,
Yeah.
My dad, as long as I was wearing a tie, like he was happy with me doing anything. Like, that's how he pictured, his vision of success was his son wearing a tie.
Yeah.
And I know my mom was happy for me regardless, but like my pops didn't really understand at first what I wanted to do or why I wanted to do it. How was that for you with your fam?
For me, it was like, so, through high school, I was like a bad kid. So I think my parents were just happy that I was doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really so like fresh out of high school. How close is that camera zoomed in, by the way? If boogers come out, let me know.
Now we'll zoom into the boogers.
Cool.
It just adds it adds to the visuals.
Yeah. But so I remember like fresh out of high school, I remember I got a job as a custodian. I was a custodian. My mom got me that job because my mom works for the school district. So she got me a job as a custodian for the school district.
Wow. What, you're 18?
Yeah, I was 18. And, actually custodians make decent money, dude.
Yeah.
Like, especially for an 18-year-old. Like, I was like, damn, like, I don't remember how much my checks were, but I remember at the time, I think I was making like $19 an hour or something, which is like for an 18-year-old. I was
and back then too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah. And so basically I was a substitute. I didn't know this either. They have substitute custodians.
Wow.
Just like they have substitute teachers. So if like a custodian can't make it in, there's like, they'll call the subs in like, yo, can you make it into Preston Elementary today?
Wow.
I'm like, all right, and it got to the point where I was just, every time they would call me, I'd say no. Like, I can't make it. No, I can't make it. Sorry, And they just stopped calling me. They're like, all right, man, this guy don't, And then I got a job as I was installing satellite dishes. And that's when, I don't even remember what your question was anymore.
We're talking about how your family.
My parents. Yeah. So I remember when I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I think I don't want to, like, I think I'm going to quit. I was doing the satellite thing. I was like, I think I'm going to quit and just like, cause I was working at the satellite place and power at the same time, but I was on the street team. I wasn't I wasn't on the radio yet. And
on the promotions team.
Yeah. I was on the promo team. And I told her, I was like, I think I'm going to quit and just see what happens, And she was just like, cool. Like she wasn't tripping, she's like, as long as I wasn't in jail or something, like she was cool. She's like, all right, like whatever, like do what you want to do. Like, cool. And so I put my 2-week notice in, and literally my last day happened. And then like 2 weeks later is when they asked me to audition to be on the air at Power. And yeah, it worked. Obviously, like I had some tough years, like where I wasn't making any money.
Yeah. And I feel like at least when it came to my parents, they measure success with how much money you make. So even though, when you first start up in anything, even if you're, you're starting up in acting or you're in a music producer, but you're starting up, same thing with radio. If you're just starting up in radio, you're not making a whole lot.
Yeah.
You're starting up. Was that the same situation?
Yeah, dude. I was like the brokest I've ever been in my life, and shout out to my brother Justin, man. Like I would like, he had this change jar by his front door. I would like take a quarter here and there and like go buy tacos from Jack in the Box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I was like broke. But again, like I said, and it's not like I didn't have a place to stay. Like my parents were like, they didn't kick me out or nothing. They were like, yo, like I had a room there.
But were they just like at what point do you feel they started to understand? Because I think that's the case with with a lot of Latino parents, just parents overall, is they it's not that they're not supportive, is that they just don't understand. But at what point do you feel like they started to understand what it is that you wanted to do?
I can't remember, just because, like I said, it was never an issue to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it was never, in their eyes, they never looked at it like this guy's making $100 a week. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't see it that way.
No, like I said, like as long as I was staying out of trouble,
that's good.
They were
happy.
Yeah, they were like, cool, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like do what you want, just stay out of trouble. So yeah, it never, but I don't know, man. Like even I remember I did like a April Fool's joke where I was telling people that I was in jail, and we did the free sour milk shirts. My dad still wears that shirt. Like
I remember that. I've seen him wear that free
like,
sour milk shirt.
Yeah, my dad still wears that shirt. So they've always, and that was years ago. They've always like, he's always asking me for mixes. Like, oh yeah, give me a mix for my truck.
Shout out to I call him Sour Milk's dad. I call him El Tocayo.
Yeah,
Tocayo is a name that we use. If someone shares the same name as you in the Latino community, we call each other Tocayo, man. So shout out to my Tocayo. He makes amazing. Is it Discada or with a D? Is it Discada?
Discada.
Because it's an a disco, right?
Yeah, it's an a disco. Yeah.
Okay, so
Discada.
So his family makes this dish. I've never had it before. Your family's from Durango, right?
Yeah, my dad's from Durango. My mom's from Sinaloa.
So talk to me about this amazing dish / tacos.
Man, it's my favorite thing in the world, man. Discada. It's my dad said that they used to make it when he was little. So I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably just from a certain part of Mexico. I don't know. Maybe it's from Durango. I'm not sure. I haven't done my research, but it's just a mixture of like everything. It's like carne asada, ham, hot dogs. Like it's like
Chorizo.
If you think like how people do in jail when they try to make like they just mix anything together. Like jail food is actually good. Not jail food that they serve you, but I'm saying the stuff that they like the prisoners make.
Yeah.
Like one of my boys made me some once, and it's like it's good. It's actually good, because you just got to be creative, and I feel like that's what it was like with my pops. Like back in the day, they just mixed everything together. Like, here's a slice of bologna. Like, throw that in there. Like, and yeah, dude, it's just all this meat mixed together.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and there's like peppers in it. I always take the peppers out though. I like the flavor.
They make you like your own batch, right?
Yeah. They make two separate batches because they know I'm picky. I don't like the onions. But and so I eat it in like a burrito. Basically, I just put that in a tortilla and
a flour,
a little bit of lemon. Yeah,
Oh man. Yeah. You got you put it on a tortilla. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how
exactly.
you do it.
Exactly. The paisas know what I'm talking about.
Well, Milkman, I wanna thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you.
Are you gonna buy me lunch now, or
Now we're gonna go make some discada right after this. I got a disco outside.
come on, dog? I'm hungry. That takes like an hour.
No, but I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
No. But I'm serious though. Are we gonna?
Oh
get food
yeah, for sure.
All right.
Paper, rock, scissors. 1 out of 3 or 3 out of 3?
No, 1 out of 1.
I mean, or 2 out of 3.
No,
1 out of 1.
1 out of 1. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Paper, rock, scissors. Paper, rock, scissors. Paper, rock, scissors. Bam. I won that, ladies and gentlemen. I got rock. Sour milk, for those listening, had scissors. And that's how it goes. I want to thank Sour Milk for coming and for buying me lunch today. And I want to thank you listening. I want to thank you watching Mando and Friends, presented by Verizon. And yeah, man, where are we going?
Jack in the Box.